it's a lovely early summer, late spring's evening, and I've come down to shoot this tree, and I'm hoping to get it backlit so the shadow of the mountain behind it is just like a dark background with just the trees sort of semi backlit from behind to give it so it sort of glows out against the darkness of the mountain, which is in shade at this point. A little bit early, I'm just waiting for the light to get to its optimum, because sometimes these things are just so brief. Also, I don't really know what to do. I've come out, I can't be bothered to walk too far, so I'm doing a bit of drive-by shooting. So I'm just concentrate on this, and I think the sun's going. Some clouds appearing on the horizon, so my ideal thing is not going to happen. So I better just shoot it now, just to make sure. Right, I've taken it sort of like tight in about here, like that. It's a bit too tight than I would have liked it, because this area here was giving me a problem, because you've got some white buildings in here and these trees, so I've moved the camera over to the right to give me a bit more space on here, which also means that this tree now drifts into about here, you see. So I think that'll be a better composition, but if you look, there we are, you can see the sky, see how it's clouded in now. So, you know, all this is sort of burnt out, and hopefully there'll be a little gap in one of these little undulations in the cloud, which will put a bit of brightness back on the scene. If not, I'll just have to wait until there's a bit of colour in it and just shoot it as a more flat shot. So that's the plan. Hope it works. I'll just have to hope and pray there's a little gap in one of these clouds, get a bit of brightness, but I'll take a shot with it being flat. I can always exaggerate the contrast a bit in Photoshop or whatever program I'm going to use. But as usual, all this time waiting for the right light, and it doesn't happen. So that's just typical. It's also, as the sun's gone down, it's got really cold now, so I might need me fleece on. So I'll just take a picture as it is and just wait and see what happens. Or if not, I'll have to come out again and reshoot it another time. Well, as you can see, I've progressed a bit further right. I've gone as far as I can without, I suppose I could go into the field, but I don't really want to do that. It's too near habitable areas, you see, that's it. So I thought what I'll do is I'll just I'll go as far as there, and that means I've got a bit more space on the left, you see, that's it. It's just shifts those trees further to the more to the downward side of the left hand side of the mountain. So hopefully it'll balance up the composition. I haven't got high hopes for this one. I don't think I'm going to get any colour, but I'll wait and see a bit of pink in the sky. Hopefully we might, but I seriously doubt it. But that's life. So there we have it. Just press on, and hopefully I can get a good shot. That's the only problem with landscape photography, all the waiting. It's so noisy around here. Birds relentlessly chirping, cuckoos, baying sheep. Just can't get any peace. Like and subscribe. We've run out of options now. Nothing's happening. Some little strips of colour in the sky, but not much, just a little bit. So decided to pack up and go home. There's nothing more annoying than young bullocks. See? Gangs of them roaming the countryside, annoying photographers. This is a problem. I'm just hoping they don't get in the composition, you see, which is that tree there. So the sun is now behind a little cloud, and I better take it now. I'm just going to take a series of shots with various light levels and various colours as the sun sort of sets. I've given up with that other shot, it wasn't working. Just my incompetence, not keep an eye on the time. So I'm just going to do this one, and hopefully these bullocks don't get in the way. Quiet, go away. Well, what I decided to do is to do a tight shot in, and I'll sort of like cut it off by omitting that bush there. So it's quite a tight shot in with the glow behind it. And just take various ones as the sun goes in and out the clouds and gets lower. Also, I thought I might come out a bit more as well if the light gets really awesome. Leave the bush in and maybe take that out with Photoshop, or just leave it in, I don't know. Just slightly wider version sometimes. Sometimes it's better to shoot a wider version. Right, I'll just let this run and you can see what happens. And these cows are in the way. Get out the way! Out the way!